nyandiko ya muthia ya mweri wa gatandatu mwaka wa 2022 muthenya ni wa furahi tariki 30 tugacokeria Ngai ngatho ni tondu wa gutukinyithania na muthia wa mweri uyu wa gatandatu kunyita ugani thiini wa mohoro maitu ma thaa ici na maya ni mamwe ma maria tukuhaririirie.
Sisi mambo yetu tungoje. Tafadhali. Hiyo mshahara itakwama hapa.
Mutongoria wa bũrũri Ndagĩtarĩ William Ruto nĩatarĩirie gũtirĩ mĩcara ĩkuongererwo kũrĩ we oro ũndũ ũmwe na atongoria a thirikari. Mũrangĩri wa thukuru wa airĩtu wa Alliance Daniel Vango ũrĩa wanyitirwo nĩ borithi kiumia kĩhĩtũku agĩkwĩrwo kũnyita kĩahinya mũirĩtu wa mĩaka 16 nĩakinyĩtio igoti-inĩ.
So government services will be available everywhere. Everywhere, including at the village level. The village shop, Your Excellency.
Mutongoria wa bũrũri Ndagĩtarĩ William Ruto nĩatongoretie kũrugũrio kwa macini cia kĩrĩu nyũmba-inĩ ya mĩcemanio ya KICC. na guririkania ati no korwo ugitwamukira kugerera kuria nende cito cia ukinyaniria kuria muna wa YouTube ni @muthingi TV na kuria muna wa Facebook ni kwa Muthingi TV kana kuria page yakwa ya waitherero wa Njoroge na tukiambiriria ni ati utongoria wa bũrũri Ndagĩtarĩ William Ruto uteterithia na kuga ati gutire afitha a thirikari makorwo makiongererwo mushara kuringana na uria rũhonge rwa kũramata mĩcara ya aruti a wĩra ya mũingĩ ya SRC yakoretwo yandĩkithĩtio na Ruto arĩtie kĩgomano-inĩ kĩa ũrugũria wa ũtungata wa thirikari nenda-inĩ cia ũkinyanĩria.
Let me announce for the avoidance of doubt. I know there is a proposal by the Salaries and Remuneration Commission. They have made a recommendation to us that they want to increase salaries of civil servants by an average of between 7 and 10%, and that is from office assistants all the way to people who serve below the PSS. And because of the economic times we live in, we have approved that salaries of other civil servants can be adjusted beginning tomorrow. So our teachers, our policemen, our people serving in the military space, people working in government offices, we have agreed that because of where we are today, your salaries will be adjusted by between 7 and 10% from tomorrow. The state officers, myself, my deputy, ministers, PSS, na wale wadosi wengine wa bunge, na wale wengine, sisi mambo yetu tungoje. Tafadhali. Hiyo mshahara itakwama hapa. Mimi nimeona watu wanasema mshahara ya kuna watu fulani, hapana. Hiyo mshahara ingoje hapa. Until I have instructed the SRC to give us international best practice, because we need to reduce the gap between all of us who work for the people of Kenya. We need to make sure that the gap between the person paid the least and the person paid the most is not too big, because we are all workers. It is not possible that the people at the top earn 100 times more than the people at the bottom. It's not right. Because we live in the same country, we buy the same food, we go to the same shop, we go to I have told SRC there is an internationally accepted, it's called compression formula. Until they come back to me to tell me we meet that threshold, hii salaries yetu itangojea.
Tugitigana na ishini ati thutha wa watho wa kigina gwikirirwo kirore mutongoria wa Florida Gitari William Ruto niguo gukinyanirio riu watho uyu ni ukoretwo ukigomerwo ni mathina kurumirira igoti ko urugamie na gukiri uguo imwe cia icigo iria iri watho-ini uyu ari hamwe na igoti ria mathogora ma maguta ria gicunji kia 16 hari igana riurugamitie gukinyaniria ikinya riria igoti rikaheana mwerekera mweru iguru ria kwambatirio gwa thogora wa maguta na kurumirira cira kuhandwo igoti-ini ni Seneta Okiya Omtata. Tugithie na mbere ni ati mwiri wa mutumia umwe kuma mwena wa Kitengela ni ukwite na njira ya kuita na mwiri wake wonekire ucunjurite thiini wa nyumba iria araikaraga ni aki acuma aria marutaga wira hakuhi na nyumba ino ta uria mubi wa Munyiri aratariria.
Makwero mwana ule ni murangeri wa cukuru wa airitu wa Alliance County ya Kiambu nikitie ngono na gukinya igoti-ini ria Kikuyu githitangiro ihĩtia ria kwa ama murutwo mwe wa cukuru uyu na uria no wa miaka 16 giko giki kiahanĩkire tarĩki 11 mweri uyu.
Alternative count ama kosa mbadala unaweza kujihusisha na kitendo cha aibu na mtoto kinyume na sheria mnamo tarehe 21 Juni mwaka huu kwa Alliance area Kikuyu County, Kiambu County. Unaweza kugusa uke wa mtoto na mume wako ambaye ni mtoto wa miaka 16 bila ruhusa yake. Kweli si kweli? Si kweli.
Na kuria uguo Makwero nĩareganĩte na thitangono na kuga cukuru ũyũ wĩna kamera cia thiri na ciahingũrwo gũtirĩ ũndũ ta ũyũ ironania. Kĩrĩ ũguo ciraheanĩtwo gũgathikĩrĩrio rĩngĩ tarĩki 30 mweri ũkĩte. Kũngena kuo mutumia wa miaka ya gatagatĩ nĩakuĩte na njĩra ya kwĩruta muoyo mwena wa Kitengela nyũmba-inĩ ĩrĩa araikaraga. Mwĩrĩ wake wonetwo ũcunjũrũkĩte nyũmba-inĩ ĩno na fundi ya cuma arĩa marutaga wĩra hakuhĩ na nyũmba ĩno.
Na kuna shida sana. Sijui how we are going to tackle this problem because of late tumekuwa na so many cases. It's just a day ago kuna mama aliua watoto. Na sasa huyu msichana mwingine is a very young mother.
Kulingana na arĩa maramoe Mugete nĩarakoretwo agĩthema na mĩcemanio andũ-inĩ thikũ nini mbere ya gĩko gĩkĩ.
Akina mama tujichunge, kama tuko na stress, kama tuko na nini, kanisa iko. Tunaweza enda kanisani tukaombe, Mungu atatusikia.
Rĩu nĩmakomithitie gĩko gĩkĩ na kuga bamĩrĩ nĩibatiĩ kwaranĩria itemi rĩa gwĩthema na ciĩko ta ici na gwetha njĩra cia ũrigitani rĩrĩa magĩa na thĩna wa meciria.
Tunaona hii si ya mchezo, tuangalie Mungu na tujue mambo mengine zenye tunaweza fanya kama ni biashara yetu ama kazi yetu iendelee.
Mwĩrĩ wake ũtwarĩtwo nyũmba-inĩ ya kũiga akuo ya thibitarĩ wa Kitengela. Andũ-inĩ ha Mũthingi TV njĩtagwo Mũmbi wa Munyiri.
Thengi muno mundu gwitwo Mubi wa Munyiri ni undu wa riboti iyo na tugithie na mbere na gutuma ndũmĩrĩri cia pole kuri family iyo. Tugithie na mbere ni ati President William Ruto nĩekĩrire kirore ya kurekereria mbeca cia makaunti cia mwaka wa kigina wa 2023-2024 gũkũ kaunti ya magavana ikiruta riboti ya thirikari cia makaunti kuma yanjie mwaka wa 2016 kana mwaka wa 2013.
Yafuwe Daktari William Ruto uthene kirikio wathe wa kigana kaunti kia mwigana wa bilioni 385 na kigana kia bilioni 13 kia wiganani wa makaunti na kia iko na kaunti ya Garissa, Narok, Kilifi gotate kaunti ingine hinyeriru.
The first bill, the Equalization Fund Appropriation Bill, Senate Bill number 3 of 2023, was passed by the Senate on the 15th of June 2023 and subsequently the National Assembly on 21st June 2023. So the second bill, the County Allocation of Revenue Bill, Senate Bill number 16 of 2023 was passed by the Senate on 6th June 2023 and similarly received the seal of approval of the National Assembly on 21st June 2023.
Ni kiterere kaja magavana itamanite na kuhena ifoti ya haria thika cia kaunti kinyite kumaya jia wira meka 10 mithiru.
The COG will continue to ensure better relations with various intergovernmental bodies to achieve the objectives of devolution.
Na kamwika yete wakajwe na gavana Anne Waiguru utathika cia moto ni Kariuki makinya kugega to furana kugega to na guthoma.
2022 in collaboration with key stakeholders including the COG embarked on an exercise to provide clarity on all function areas currently identified to be creating confusion and ambiguity between the two levels of government. Upon the conclusion of the exercise, a functions analysis bill shall be submitted to Parliament, which will be expected to provide clarity on the performance of all constitutionally assigned functions to the county governments.
Oigura gitathika cia kaunti ni cirete mathire macio ma bilioni 26 kaunti ya Elgeyo Marakwet gitongori hari kuriha mathire mayo.
For a number of years we have received all our disbursements before the end of the financial year. That is a great milestone. Please to have counties like Elgeyo Marakwet that has completely finished all their pending bills. My county, for example, has only got an outstanding of 200 and meaning out of about 700 and something.
Honege na kuwathika cia kaunti nicigithetie wega rũhonge-inĩ rwa ũgima wa mwĩrĩ, ũrĩmi, wendia na ũthii wa na mbere ũndũ ũrĩa gũkũria matũũra bũrũri-inĩ.
We have been implementing collaborative programs, one of which is trade, where we are setting up county aggregation and industrial parks, and that is to provide employment for our youth and also a market for our mostly agricultural produce and also livestock.
Ilifotela Mudhigi TV, yakuonekana
the success of devolution is rooted in synergy, collaboration and cooperation between both levels of government, development partners, civil society and faith-based organizations.
Tugithie na mbere ni ati mwandiki mukaru wa ministry ya githomo kia iguru Beatrice Inyangala na riria ati kana ni atariria ati thirikari ni kwambiriria kurihira mbeca arutwo aria maumite micii iria itehotete niguo kugacirithia githomo bururi-ini ta uria mwandiki wito aratariria.
Mwandiki mukaru wa ministry ya githomo kia iguru Beatrice Inyangala na mĩrĩire atĩ thirikari ica ikuhĩ nĩ kwambĩrĩria kũrĩha mbeca cia tuition kũrĩ arutwo othe a universities arĩa maumĩte mĩciĩ ĩrĩa ĩtehotete.
Notably, all vulnerable and extremely needy students for the first time in the history of Kenya will be fully supported by the government through scholarships and loans. Their families will not pay anything for their education.
Akiaria hĩndĩ ya kũrugũrio gwa Pamela CTMA arĩ mũrũgamĩrĩri wa University ya Masinde Muliro taũni-inĩ ya Kakamega, Inyangala nĩaugĩte ũtaratara ũyũ ũkwambĩrĩria wona mũtongoria wa bũrũri William Ruto amũkĩra riboti ĩno.
It is for this reason that our President, His Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto, set up the Presidential Working Party on Education Reforms in September 2022. The task force has now completed its work, and once adopted, the report of the task force will provide a foundation for major reforms in the education sector. Among the latest key reforms is the new funding model for university education. Through this model, I want to assure you that the government will sponsor more students through scholarships and help loans.
Pamela Sitinei nĩongereire na kũria atongoria a mayunivasĩtĩ bũrũri-inĩ kũnyitanĩra na ciama cia mabũrũri ma nanja nĩguo gũthondeka ũthii wa na mbere wa yunivasĩtĩ cia bũrũri.
Many developers looking to come in and partner with schools that have good balance sheet. So these are things we're going to start working with the council members and the entire management to look at areas of where we can generate revenue in schools. Conferences brings money. It brings money, particularly if you're bringing internationals to the university. That's already money. You can also look at local sponsors. That's money to the university. So we'll just work together in creating different ways and new innovative ways. Say kidogo kidogo hujaza kibaba.
Hadini Hamodingi TV, tituwa wa idhiriro wa Njoroge. Na tukaishokeria ngatho thirikari orodomwe na mwandiki mũkaru wa ministry ya gĩthomo nĩ gũkorwo magĩthiĩ na mbere na gũkorwo makĩguna arutwo aya a university. Tũgĩthiĩ na mbere nĩ atĩ kamĩtĩ ya bunge ĩrĩa ĩthuthuragia ikuũ cia Shakahola ũmũthĩ nĩ ĩthiĩte na mbere na gũtabania cikaro ciayo ikundi itiganĩte arĩa amwe na gĩkundi gĩa kĩndini nĩguo gwetha ũrĩa mangĩkinyanĩria ũramati wa nyũmba cia ihoero iria iratheremia kĩrĩra kĩogomo.
I believe in faith healing, and when I'm sick I pray, and I pray for my family when they are sick, like we all do. There is a way in which faith healing has taken center stage in a way that is manipulative, abusive.
Thank you, Chair. In terms of the recommendation for who should face punishment and who should not, at no point did they indicate that everyone should be released. It is those who bear actual responsibility. Those who bear actual responsibilities are the ones who should be charged. So if there is the leader and perhaps his accomplices who are involved in committing atrocities, then they should face the charges. However, these survivors who are rescued from Shakahola, what is going on currently is that a few of them, probably all of them, they went through a process where they refused to feed. Then the state brought thoughts. This committee has been created for 90 days. So we will maybe call upon you from time to time to get enrichment so that we can give the country a way forward in terms of giving preventative measures so that it does not happen again, and we prevent this kind of thing from recurring. Otherwise, we want to really thank you. And if you feel there's something you have forgotten or you want to enrich this committee, please send to us either via email, the way we got in touch with you. Our clerk team and our management will be happy to receive any further information you have given or you may have forgotten and you want to give us. I'm very grateful.
Na ripoti ĩgimaine na ũthuthuria wa Shakahola nĩguo ũkorwo ĩkĩhe kahinda ka mbere ga gũkorwo ĩngĩrikĩria ndĩgakorwo ĩgĩthiĩ haraya, na nĩ ndĩracokereria tũthiĩ na mbere na kuona ũrĩa bũrũri witũ watindia.
kũrugira riko na kũihũra. Nĩ ibataranagia kũgĩa na rangi na mũnungo mwega nĩguo ikagucĩrĩria mũcirĩ. Na nĩkĩo nyũmba ya Mũgĩkũyũ ndĩagaga itaha rĩa kũgagũra mũgeni. Tabarĩra-inĩ ya itaha rĩa maitũ tũgũtaraga njĩra ya kũruga irio ngũrani na onawe ũgakenerera ũrugi waku. Nyitanagĩra na Njeri wa Nyakĩo o kiumia thaa 9 cia hwaĩ-inĩ tũkĩruma thiri cia ũrugi gũkũ kwa Mũthingi TV, kĩhumo gĩa gũtherema.
Kambuni ya ũigithia na wendia wa ng'ondu ya Mrs Africa Homes nĩ kambuni ĩkũranĩire na njĩra nene. Nĩ tũheanaga motungata ma gĩkĩro kĩa igũrũ ma ũigithia hamwe na wĩgwatĩri wa nyũmba na thogora mũbacĩrĩre, na rĩu nĩ tũrugũrĩtie tabarĩra ya mwanya bustani ya Mizizi mwena wa Malindi, kũndũ kũhoreru na kũndũ gũkuhĩ na taũni ya Malindi. Mũgũnda ũyũ ũrĩ kũndũ gũkuhĩrĩirie motungata ma mũingĩ ta mathukuru, mathibitarĩ, kwĩna thitima, maĩ maingĩ ikinyanĩria ma kũrĩma, barabara njega cia rami na kũndũ ũgitĩri ũgacĩrithĩtio na gĩkĩro kĩa igũrũ. Ũrĩ na mweke wa gũkenera ũkengu wa iria, mĩkawa mĩnene ya kĩmabũrũri hamwe na iharo cia ndege. Thiĩ ritaya ya tene ũtekũgiĩka na wĩgũrĩrie mburoti ya mũigana wa either nĩka na ciringi 99,000 na ĩna ready title deed, na ningĩ no ũgĩe deposit ya gĩcunjĩ kĩa 50 na cici ingĩ ũrĩhe kahora kahora gwa kahinda ka mĩeri 6. Kũhoro makĩria tũhũrĩre thimũ kũgerera namba 0207992215 na twandĩkĩre WhatsApp nĩ gĩbũgũ 721122215 kana ndũmĩrĩri kũrĩ rũrenda www.miziziafricahomes.com ona kana email kũrĩ info@miziziafricahomes.com. Wabici citũ ciĩ mwena wa Westlands, Watamu Court Room 3 kũng'ethanĩra na Sarit Center. Mizizi Africa Homes, together building a solid nation.
Nĩtwakorwo tũgĩcokereria oro rĩngĩ mwĩroreri wa Mũthingi TV angĩkorwo nĩ hingo ũrahingũrĩra karaviceni gaku wĩigue wĩ mũciĩ, ĩtĩkĩra gũthiĩ harĩa nenda-inĩ citũ cia ũkinyanĩria kũrĩa mwena wa YouTube nĩ @Mũthingi TV na kũrĩa mwena wa Facebook nĩ kwa Mũthingi TV, na tũgĩthiĩ na mbere na atĩ mũtongoria wa bũrũri Ndagĩtarĩ William Ruto nĩarugũrĩtie mĩhang'o ya ũtungata wa thirikari kũgerera nenda cia ũkinyanĩria ũmũthĩ nyũmba-inĩ ya mĩcemanio ya KICC, na ũtungata kũgerera nenda-inĩ cia ũkinyanĩria ũtanyĩtwo gũkorwo ũkĩhũthia motungata ma thirikari kũrĩ mũingĩ, honge itiganĩte cia thirikari arĩ hamwe na cia ũrĩmi, nyũmba, ũgitĩri hamwe na ingĩ nyingĩ nĩ ciandĩkithĩtio thĩinĩ wa mĩtambo ĩno.
6 months ago, I made a commitment to the people of Kenya that we will have 5,000 government services digitized and available online to the people of Kenya by 30th June this year. I am very happy that today 5,084 services have been digitized, completed, and are now available, and another 3,500 are digitized halfway, and my instructions going forward from here to both the Directorate of Citizen Service and the ICT departments is to ensure that all government services must be digitized by December this year. I mean all government services. All ministries, state departments, government agencies, parastatals. It is the responsibility of the minister, the PS, the managing directors and boards to make sure that all services offered to the people of Kenya by their departments and agencies are available to the people of Kenya on the digital platform by December this year. Additionally, people can track the progress of their interactions with government in real time, thus eliminating uncertainty, corruption, and frustration. Further, citizens need only pay the gazetted fees for government services and not a shilling more. These fees are accurately accounted for in real time through ICT and remain visible at all times to the National Treasury and the Kenya Revenue Authority for efficient revenue administration. We are well on the way to a paperless governance, where there will be no physical registries and files to be mislaid by mischievous persons in search of a bribe or movement of people from office to office. I encourage Kenyans to take advantage of ICT digital skills training opportunities provided by the ICT Authority in conjunction with private sector collaborators and development partners in order to enhance their capacity to consume digital government services. I'm glad to know that the ICT Authority has embarked on digital skills program for citizens and public sector workforce targeting 20 million people.
Tugitigana na icio ni ati aikari aria marigiceirie waki wa kigada kia thitima kia Olkaria mwena wa Naivasha guku ni kaunti ya Naikuru ni mahetwo mukana wa kwaga kuiya hinya wa thitima ni kambuni ya hinya wa thitima niyo ikaine ta Kengen makiuga aria mekunyitwo maiyete thitima maokoro maikinyukirio makinya make watho kuringana na munini wa commissioner mwena wa Naivasha niwe Fred Masingila augete tafarira iyo ni gukorwo igithondeka mawira kuri aikari aria marigiceirie o umwe na gukorwo igikuria itora riri ria Naivasha.
Maoni kwa nyumba kwa kila mtu, lakini hiyo maoni vile ilienda.
Shida ni uajiri. Kufanya hii kazi ni kazi kidogo tu. Ni kueleza Keli huko na nafasi ngapi? 20. Za watu wa kamera na shana wapi? Tunaita nyinyi mkutano, tupatieni watu 10 hapa. Mnatupatia. Basi ni hivyo. Kuanzia leo sitaki kusikia mtu yeyote awe ni nani amesimamisha mradi wa serikali. Nitakamata yeye na nimpeleke kotini. Hatuwezi kubali sabotage.
Nashukuru sana nikisema Kenchen ikuje tukae pamoja tukiongeleshana ili shida yenye iko Olkaria ipunguke. Kama hii itapunguka, Kenchen nayo pato tutatili tu kama sisi wananchi. Tufanye mikakati yetu mpaka tuone vile tutasaidika. Watoto wetu wenye waka hapa wengi hawana kazi. Vijana hawana kazi. Tunaomba vijana wapate kazi. Wamama na wapapa wapate kazi ili nasi tupate majukumu yetu irudi chini.
Nasema it is not going to be the walk in the park as usual. Haitakuwa mchezo wa kawaida tena vile tumechezewa mkutano wa Olkaria 1, mkutano wa Olkaria 2 na Olkaria 3, Olkaria 3 na Olkaria 4. Tunasema pia wakati tutakapokubaliana na hii mradi, sababu tumekubaliana itaanza. Tunasema kwamba pia mshahara ya wafanyikazi ikue iangaziwe kulingana na uchumi wa sasa. Mafuta sasa hivi ndio hiyo imeongezeka 16% imeongezeka, sijui sasa bei itakuwa pesa ngapi? Chakula ya nani imeenda juu zaidi. Hakuna unga, hakuna nini. Wafanyikazi wenyewe ndio hao wataendelea kukatwa mambo ya 1.5%. Sijui walipe manyumba. Sasa tunasema mshahara yao ikuwe kubwa ndio wapakishie kitu mzuri ya kwenda kukula kwa nyumba.
Lazima tuwe na tofauti. Mimi
tugitigana na icio ciĩgiĩ maine na mukana wa wici wa thitima kuma kuri gwa mwena wa Naivasha ni ati kanjo ya utungata wa ngerenwa kuri njamba cia bururi ni yugite Akenya aria merutagira na njira cia mwanya mawira-ini matiganite ni mabatie kuheagwo ngerenwa ta mbeca na mararagia ome kaunti-ini ya Naikuru ria marakorirwo magituga Joseph Chepkoni uria ni utugitwo na wirutiri wake ruhonge-ini rwa mbiraru na ni ugite iheo ta cia migunda nicio ibatie gukorwo igituganwo nacio kuona iheo ici ni gukorwo igiikara kana igitura tene na tene.
Pia kama unaweza pata kwa kujipata kwa cyber My name is Dr. David Mbuthia. I am the Deputy Director in charge of Heroes Monuments and Research at the National Heroes Council. We have planned to have a series of stakeholders workshops in which we'll be moving from region to region with the purpose of inquiring from stakeholders the best way that we can work together in terms of recognizing and honoring our heroes. This is based on a better principle, that is the bottom economic transformation agenda of our current government, and so led by our president. This is what we are doing so that the citizens of this nation will be able to contribute towards minding their own affairs.
We are spread right from the grassroots. Nyumba Kumis, we have wazee wa mtaa, we have the assistant chiefs, we have the chiefs going up. We'll do due diligence. I ask the National Heroes Council that when they avail the forms, they should have availed them to the lowest cadre of the assistant chief.
The office of the principal secretary, State Department of Culture and Heritage. And this is just a notice to the public that the government is very committed to recognize our heroes, to apply a fair criteria, to award those people who are sacrificing, committing and doing great things for our nation.
Yeah. Tunataka Sugari awajue tuko na experience. Nimekuwa kwa peacekeeping force Morocco. Wana jana walipigana mbaya sana. So heroes are the right people to take this country.
Liweza kupatiwa award ama recognition kwa sababu ya mara nyingi kusaidia wale wamepata ajali along Nakuru Eldoret Highway. Mara nyingi wakati tuna respond kwa ajali, unakuta kwamba watu wa press wanakuja hapo wanaangalia chenye umefanya. Tunashukuru kwa kazi yenu ambayo ni mzuri kwa sababu hatungejulikana kama sisi. Mara nyingi una respond labda unajua umekavariwa na mtu fulani, na ile hali hiyo kitu ambayo imetusaidia mpaka tukajulikana.
Na tugicokeria ngatho kanjo ya utugani wa ngerenwa nondu wa ukorwo makiuga ni marikoragwo magituga aria mararuta mawira mao wega bururi-ini. Tugithie na mbere ni ati gavana wa Kilifi Gideon Mung'aro ni athondekete kamiti ya guthurima utongoria mwogomu wa ruhonge rwa Malindi Water and Sewage Company, undu uria ucungireire mugomo na mundu umwe ni akoretwo akigurara riri borithi ikugeragia kumaingata na ndogo ya kuruta maithori thutha wao kururungana ni uhuthiri muru wa wabici cia ruhonge ruru rwa mai thiini wa kaunti ino ya Kilifi.
Mimi kwa majina najulikana kama Catherine Riziki, ni mfanyakazi katika kampuni ya maji hapa Malindi, na katika masuala yote ambayo outline ama zile grievances ambazo tulikuwa tumezipeana katika uongozi wetu, kati ya moja ambalo linatufanya hii hali inakuwa ni ngumu katika maisha haya ama katika uchumi huu wetu wa Kenya sahi ni hali ya mishahara. Yani kampuni yetu tumekuwa tukigandamizika katika hali ya kulipwa mishahara, tukizingatia kwamba yani uchumi umekuwa juu, hatuwezi kujimudu sisi pamoja na jamii zetu. Isitoshe kuna masuala haya ya statutory deductions ambazo hazipelekwi kwa miaka kadhaa sasa, na haya masuala tumejaribu kuyafuatilia. Tumepata kuvumilia kipindi cha zaidi ya miaka 10. Hata wale waliokuwepo hapa zaidi ya miaka 10 tumekuwa tukiyaleta haya masuala ili kwamba tukaweze kusaidika ama tukaweze kutolewa njia, lakini imekuwa kama imeshindikana.
Ambao nimehudumu na kukaa pamoja na wenzangu katika kampuni hii, kuna mambo ambayo yamejaribu kujadiliwa mara kwa mara katika baraza za bodi mbalimbali na pamoja na mikutano ya management, lakini hakuna hata mara moja suluhisho imewahi kufikiwa, kwa sababu kila mara kumekuwa na manunguniko kutoka kwa wafanyikazi na kutojali kutoka kwa upande wa management na hata pia upande ule wa wale wanaoitwa board.
Wa kampuni ya Mawasco imelalamikia. Pili, tumesema pia kwamba nimeweza kuambia pia polisi wakuwe macho ili kitendo kama hiki cha asubuhi ambacho kimefanyika kienyeji kisifanyike tena, ili mambo ya maji yasiweze kutatiza wale, ili ili siweze kutatiza wateja wetu na wananchi wa Kilifi. But we want to assure you that we will make sure that the Malindi water services are run properly and professionally and without disruption. We are
tugitigana na icio cia kuria mwena wa Malindi ni ati uthaka wa nyamũ cia uthami iria ikoragwo ikionekana kana cionagwo ari magegania mathi icietereirwo kuoneka mwena wa Narok na kuria ene mikawa maugite metereire ageni kuma kundu na kundu makiuga mikawa ino ona ni anjitie kuihura na murugamiriri munene wa mukawa wa Olorien Resort Felix Soitana noritie thirikari kugacirithia thayo bururi-ini niguo agendi kuma nja wa bururi matigakorwo magitigira guka gucera bururi-ini akiuga uhoro uyu ni ukoragwo ugithondeka mawira ruhonge-ini ruru makiria kuri mbeu njithi.
We approach the wildebeest migration in the Masai Mara starting from this June. We welcome all the tourists who are traveling to the Masai Mara to come and be with us. I advise my local Masai community to make use of their huge tracts of land to promote tourism. Being an area adjacent to the renowned Masai Mara Game Reserve, we have a great opportunity of coming up with tourism structures. Here, you have a good opportunity of coming up with homestays, manyatas, and even hotels for tourists who are traveling to the Masai Mara. So we urge the government to promote local tourists in Narok so that we can have that income generation activities here in Narok. And this will prevent a lot of things from happening, like crime, teenage pregnancies, because people, the teenagers will be busy or they will be in school because they have school fees. Their parents are able to pay their school fees. So for example, for instance, here right now, we are booked for this month. Urge our leaders in our country to engage in dialogue so that these issues like maandamano should cease in our country, because these are the things that scare away tourists from coming to our country. And when tourists stop coming to our country, the youth will lack anything to do and they will start indulging in other activities that are not proper.
Na riboti iyo igimaine na meharĩrĩria ma ugendi kuma kuria kaunti ya Narok niyo igukorwo ikihe kahinda kangi ga gukorwo ngirikiria ndugakorwo ugithii haraya nyamu nindiracokereria tuthie na mbere na kuona uria bururi witu wa TDL.
Mithako marebeta nyĩmbo cia ũndũire tũcunjĩ twa Bibilia nyitanagĩra naniĩ MC Hype Jemo o Juma kwambĩrĩria thaa 2 nginya 3 cia kĩroko, tũgathoma, tũgakena na tũgacanjamũka.
Right. Asante sana maridadi. Dono dande ka sorte ka. Ala, na this time rounda mambo yameweza kuchamuka hapa ndani ya Modhegi TV. Mwanzo this time rounda. Action movies, Kihindi, series zote papa kwa hapa live in director ndani mwa Modhegi TV ni kila siku ya Monday.
It's a wasteland.
Tuesday.
And now, I am the man who's going to break your family.
Wednesday. na kila siku ya Thursday papa kwa hapa live and direct nikikuletea zile movie brand new na ambazo dogo brother mpenzi mtazamaji utaweza kupenda. Mekadita keep the timer ni kila siku mwendo wa saa 4 nyakati za usiku Monday to Thursday papa kwa hapa ndani ya Muthegi TV, na ukikosa baba na kuambia utakosa makuu.
Twe farafara-ini tugitwikania ngongo na ngongo gutigirira we mwiroreri witu wa tabarira ya ikumbiri ya umatho ni twakurehera utaukiru thiini wa biacara. Ino ni tabarira ya ikumbiri ya umatho iria turi kurehagira muthenya wa gatatu kwambiriria thaa 2 kinyagia thaa 3 cia utuku guku kwa Muthingi TV kihumo gia gutherema, nani ngikurehera ngetwo Muthoni wa Wambugu Nyarari.
Nitwakorwo tugicokereria ororingi mwiroreri wa Muthingi TV ngikorwo ni hingo uraigira mutambo-ini we igwe we mucie tuthie na mbere na kumenya uria bururi witu wa tidia. Na tugithie na mbere na ati honge cia ugitiri atongoria hamwe na aikari a kaunti ya Isiolo ni magite na gikaro kia hamwe gia gwetha na gucokia thayo thiini wa kaunti ino hamwe na mihaka ya kaunti ino na iria ingi. Kigomano giki yukite riri unduire wa ndurire imwe wirikanite gukorwo ari kimenyithia kimwe kia ugashiru wa thayo na makiria matura ma rugongo rwa bururi.
No one has ever done this. University students from Marsabit and Samburu counties in a bid to stand with them during these hard economic times. We are giving gift vouchers to 1,200 university students. Each gift voucher is worth 2,500 shillings. This is in a bid to just stand with them and help them through these hard times. Many families and communities across Marsabit and Samburu are going through a hard time because of losing a lot of their livestock to the drought, and it's hard for them to send funds to their sons and daughters here. And as an organization, we were helping communities in Marsabit and Samburu with food relief. We decided to take a portion of that and bring it to our students in Nairobi, Eldoret, Nakuru and Meru.
Thank you to KDF, as the Kenya Dryland Education Fund, for giving us these vouchers. And we know that most of the pastoralists are going through a lot because the drought has affected them, and most of the comrades are starving. So as their leader, I am very happy and I want to say thank you.
We experienced drought as a nomad child. We appreciate that. We want to also say thank you to the founder or the CEO of Kenya Dryland Education Fund, Ahmed Kura, for remembering the pastoralist child.
Wametuwezesha sisi kupata chakula kwa sababu penye tumetoka Marsabit hakuna kuna jilali, wanyama wetu wengi wamekufa.
From Samburu County, and we are really happy.
Na ngorwo ngicunga muherani undu wa gutukana kwa riboti iyo. Arutwo 1,000 na 200 a university iria cie county cia Marsabit na Samburu ni magunikite na shiringi 2,000 na 500 o mundu cia irio kuma kiama kia Dryland Education Fund. Mbeca ici ni cia guteithiriria kuhurana na ngaragu iria ithiete na mbere na kugumira icigo ici cieri.
Giving us these vouchers. And we know that most of the pastoralists are going through a lot because the drought has affected them, and most of the comrades are starving. So as their leader, I am very happy and I want to say thank you.
We experienced drought as a nomad child, we appreciate that. We want to also say thank you to the founder or the CEO of Kenya Dryland Education Fund, Ahmed Kura, for remembering the pastoralist child.
Wametuwezesha sisi kupata chakula kwa sababu penye tumetoka Marsabit hakuna kuna jilali, wanyama wetu wengi wamekufa.
From Samburu County, and we are really happy because today here we are students from different institutions, and here we are being guided by the Kenya Dryland Education Fund, supporting us with vouchers that every student or every individual will go up with 2,000 Kenya shillings 500 to buy everything that he or she wants.
Na tugacokeria ngatho kiama giki kia Drylands Education Fund ndondo okorwo magituga arutwo aya mari thiini wa county cia Samburu na Marsabit. Tugithi na mbere ni ati aikari a gicigo bunge gia Tana Delta guku ni county ya Tana River ni maoete thirikari nene makirie darasha kana ikorwo ikimakira darasha ya ukorwo magikira kuma rũĩ rwa Tana guthii thiini wa micii yao, na maugite hindi ya mbura nene ni ugwati munene kuona ing'ang'i na nguo ni ikoragwo ikimatharikira riria marathie kana riria marauma thiini wa mawira mao.
The watermelon inatoka hapa, it's something else. Ni watermelon ambao ingekuwa iko na pato kubwa sana kwa wale wakulima. Challenge yao ya kwanza, nafikiri tulipokuja asubuhi muliona tunafika kwa mto, gari haiwezi pita, so we had to tunachukua either dau ama wengine even wanavuka na mguu kwa sababu kuna dau moja peke yake. Wakulima hapa leo nilipoongea na wao, wengi wao shida problem kubwa ni barabara. So tungependa kupata bridge ambao itawasaidia kupeleka mazao yao Malindi, the nearest soko ile iko, hata even kuuza masokoni hapa Garsen. Hapa kuna mto, hapa pakifurika wakulima hawawezi toa ile mazao yao. So tunahitaji pia wakati wanafanya hii mambo ya blue economy na hii mambo ya climate, watuletee boti moja ambayo inaweza saidia hata si moja hata mbili, hata kama ni zile kanuni ndogo. Pia tunaomba county government pia wakati wanaangalia side zingine za mbalimbali, hii pia tutakuwa tunashirikiana, wasisahau hii pati ya Tana Delta pia wakati inajaa kabisa. So wakati inajaa hakuna vile unaweza hata pata. Sasa hata tuongei kuhusu kupata soko. Tunaongea vile tunaweza toa hapa tukapeleka sokoni. Kwa hivyo hiyo pia ni shukrani kubwa ya kuwa at least mmekuja experience, but tunataka tutembee kwa hii safari pamoja. Kwa ofisi nitaongea na wao, nitaongea na unajua shule ni kitu muhimu sana. Tuko na watoto wetu wanasoma na wanakosa masomo kwa sababu ya wanyama. Hiyo pia ni kitu ambao nitadiscuss na wao tuone vile tunaweza saidiana.
Kusaidia, mtu saidie barabara. Hii chakula yote tukiwa nayo hakuna njia kwenda. Na kama ambaye hakuna njia kwenda tukivuna hapa, mvua ikinyesha barabara hakuna. Hata yule mtu wa bajaji yule ambaye anasaidia, akipita tripo moja tripo pili hawezi rudi kwa sababu barabara ni mbaya.
Na riu muroreri wa Muthingi TV jitikiria tukorwo tukihiuka imwe kwa imwe nginya kuria iharo-ini, na tukiambiriria ni ati muthaki wa mbitika cia ngundi kuma guku bururi-ini niwe Daniel Wanyonyi ni ugite ni aririirie gukorwo agithaka mbitika ya gucokeranwo gatagati gake na muruna wake kuma bururi wa Tanzania niwe oikaine ta Mtukazi Madonga, iria igathakirwo kana mbitika ici igakorwo igithakirwo mwena wa Sarit Center. Wanyonyi augite ndakoretwo na kahinda koru na uguo aricemba gukorwo akianura Madonga kuma bururi wa Tanzania.
Kulingana na hii biashara ya ndondi, mimi ni professional na naelewa, nasikia mwili sahi iko katika form, ile rust ilikuwa imeisha, na nikiangalia ile pigano nikicheza na Mganda ilikuwa sawa. Hiyo ni kuonesha nimepeak, rust imeisha. Uliona hatukupita hata sekunde 30, nadhani kwa sekunde 38 pale Kasarani. Mpinzani wangu ule wa IG nilimchukua haraka sana. Hiyo ni kuonesha Wanyonyi nimerudi katika form na nimemaliza ile mambo ya rust na niko tayari kwenda kuchukua hiyo ushindi pale Service Center. Kulingana na maandalizi ya hii mchezo wa marudiano baina ya Mandonga na mimi, mazoezi iko sawa na niko tayari kwa hiyo pigano. Hata ukiangalia sahii hapa tuko gym na hii ndio gym yangu, ni ring. Maandalizi iko sawa. Hata ukiniangalia niko katika shape na niko tayari kwa hilo pigano tarehe 22 pale Service Center. Na naambia mashabiki wangu wote wakuje kwa wingi, na ushindi ni wetu, na nawaahidi ni KO. Raundi ni KO, hakuna mambo na points. Juu tukileta mambo na points ataleta excuse, na excuse ndio hatutaki. KO kwangu si kitu geni. Mi napenda sana mtu akuja mwenyewe ataingia tu. Mimi najua, nimeona amezoea hiyo mchezo. Niliona kwanza amepigwa knockdown, alihesabiwa hiyo game amecheza, na niliona vile ule opponent wake alifanya, na hivyo opponent wake hakuizika vizuri. So mi ndazidisha hapo kidogo. Mimi napiga mawe.
Tugithie na mbere ni ati mbitika cia safari rari thia ciakorirwo ikihanika kuria mwena wa Naivasha kaunti ya Nakuru wikendi hituku ciakorirwo ikihe atwarithia aya kanya ga kuonania taranda ciao na ningi kuonania umenyereri wa maria maturigiceirie, na bengi ya KCB marari muhari wa mbere kuhetukia ndumiriri ino ni undu ni maugite uhoro ucio ati bengi ino ni nyitanire na atwarithia ake kuhanda miti 500 thiini wa cukuru wa imwana wa Naivasha boarding school.
More than a decade ago, and we have been walking this journey, of course, through learning, through capacity building, and also through observations of what other banks of our nature are doing globally. So for KCB, sustainability is actually key, and of course with the highlights of environmental and social governance, which is embedded in the way we do our business on a day-to-day. And so we believe that by running a sustainable bank, then we are going to be there for another 100 years. Because what sustainability does is to ensure that corporates are able to look beyond the short-term and medium-term goals and look at the long-term objectives, so that they can be able to have better impact to society, better impact to the environment, and also better impact to the economy that they serve in the markets in which they operate.
Right.
It's okay. So one of our key initiatives under the WRC for this year was to ensure that the rally is conducted in a way that takes cognizance of the environmental and social governance. And so part of that was also to bring our suppliers on board. Because in sustainability, we believe more in working with partnerships, of course in alignment with the Sustainable Development Goals number 17, that encourages that even as you do your initiatives, you partner with others so that you can be able to have scale and also have impact. So in this case, we worked very closely with our suppliers and challenging them to come up with the products, services, the setups that we're going to put on this ground should elaborate and also be a learning and a teaching, even for those who are coming to watch the rally, to be able to appreciate the importance of taking care of our environment. Because we know that rally, of course, is run on open ground. We also know that the rally cars have emissions. And even as our suppliers, we expect them now to be able to look at the holistic picture of how a rally is done and what can
Tugithie na mbere ni ati mbitika ikerekari keri cia fegi ya DTB cia golf cirorete mwena wa Kitale Golf Club country kana kuria thini wa county ya Trans Nzoia kuma tariki 1 ni muthenya wa rucio, na mbitika ici citanyitwo kurehe hamwe athaki makiria ma 200 na munene wa fegi ino niwe George Otinde augite ni makoretwo na ihinda riega thini wa mbitika iria cihetukite na ni maratanya kugia na ihinda ringi riega thini wa mbitika iria igakorwo ikiambiriria muthenya wa rucio. Riboti iyo igimaine na mbitika cia golf niyo igukorwo igituhingira mohoro maitu ma thaa ici gatho cia mwanya kuri we wakorwo ukinyitanira nani uri o haria ari kuruma kuri mwena wa YouTube, kuri mwena wa Facebook kana kugerera television gaku ngoro ngigucokeria gatho cia mwanya kuri aria the makorwo maki make sure ati mohoro maya ni magukinyira na njira iria yagireire mwerekeri wakwa mundu ogwitwo Mugambi na my able director kana my able producer mundu gwitwo Mwangi Job na rĩothe makro makinyitanira na ni hwaini wa muthenya wa umuthe ngoro ngimacokeria gatho ni ngakwendithĩria wikendi njega oro ndumwe na hwaini mwega thie na mbere na kwirira Muthingi TV arikio kihumo gĩa gutherema ritwa rĩakwa nĩ Waitherero wa Njoroge.